vacation. Mondo's over here snoring, so we'll let him do his thing unless he gets aggressive with it. But I'm going to chew some gum, and we are going to go over some Reddit what should I do's, in which people of Reddit are asking the general public of Reddit and then us what should they do in these situations and situationships. So before we get started, you know the drill. You know the deal. We gotta do some channel maintenance, some channel hygiene. Channels are Tamagotchis. So, if you're new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back. Oh geez, if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. And if you're old here, go double check. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like if you like, leave a comment. It can be anything related to the video. It can just be a hello, a few emojis, whatever, as long as it's cool and respectful. Hit the notification bell. As always, I'll link my tip jars down yonder in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but every $1 or $2 helps. That is what allows me to continue to make content. Also, you are invited to my Patreon. I know not everybody can come, but you can't say you weren't invited. I post a lot over there, and I also opened up channel memberships on YouTube, so you can become a member, and that is content that is separate from Patreon. So it's extra content that is not on Patreon. Alright, unless I make one that I feel needs to go on both, but in general it's different content. So I'm gonna take another sip of my matcha latte because it is a real delight. It's a real highlight to my day. Oh look, my nails are getting a little bit longer finally. Oh my god, heaven. I frothed it and everything. One more sip, guys. I need it. I wake up at 5 a.m. so I have a little time to film before work because I am going to my full-time job today. Should be okay because it's finals, and I love subbing final days because I just pass out a test to make sure they're not cheating. Usually. Okay. Now, I did kind of catch this one when I was scrolling through Reddit, and that's what made me want to do this video because of this one. But the other ones I'll be reading them and learning about them the same time that you guys do. Oh my gum. So many little things to remember. Okay. My daughter joined a friend on vacay. So my daughter, 16, went to Costa Rica with a friend and her parents and grandparents. I assumed they would only charge us for food and activities like ziplining. Nope, they're asking for a portion for accommodations and car rental as well. Why on earth did I assume she was just tagging along? Because that's what we did for my other daughter's friend 2 years ago. I would never dream of charging so much when I was going anyway. We have the money, so it's not going to break me. I just want to have a conversation. This is awful. If you want an actual sum, like a number, that needs to be discussed before the vacation. Yeah, your friend can come, but she's got to pay for her airfare and chip in on the hotel. I get it, okay? It's a chance for her to go, and it will be reduced because we're all going, but I can't just bring a friend, so that's the deal. And that's fine if it's discussed before. But what is this sending a bill after the vacation? What is that? Kiss my arse. And it sucks because that could create a rift between these two friends, these two probably best friends, But no, your parents are trash for that. Take me to court. Take me to Judge Judy. This is garbage. Parents in my friend group only expected you to have spending money if you were invited along. I could say maybe expecting adult guest charge to be split, but we're literally talking about kids here. You shouldn't invite someone along on your already planned vacation unless you plan to cover it. Agree, or I can't cover Exactly. It sounds like they brought a friend along to supplement their vacation, and I do have a story time about that. I posted a long time ago that post-vacation I realized that I was invited just to set off costs because it was the most selfish trip I have ever been on. Okay, let's do another one. What should I do? I found out my wife of 18 years is having an affair with her boss. New Year's morning, 44, I saw, oh no, we already did this one. And there's an update now though, but, okay. Okay, what should I do? The cops are using my driveway as a speed trap and trying to intimidate me when I ask them to leave. I'd like to put an end to it without retaliation. Your actual driveway, is that allowed? The state is New Jersey. Okay, I live off a road that people tend to speed down. Rightfully, my neighbors complain because their homes are by the road and they have pets and kids. Surprisingly, the police have decided to start sending someone by periodically. Unfortunately, they've decided to sit in the end of my hidden driveway and use it as a speed trap. I have a very long driveway and my house is far enough from the road that I can't see it or hear it. This also means that I never know when there's a cop there, so occasionally I'll leave for work, and when I open my gate, my path is blocked by a squad car. I've asked both officers, 2 guys have done this, to leave on the spot. I'm polite, but inform them that even the portion on the other side of the gate is still private property. One officer gave me some annoyed body language, but left the property no problem and hasn't been back. I've been through this with the other guy 4 times now. The first 2 he was super friendly and played dumb almost. The 3rd time he was huffy about it. And the last time he snapped and said, "You're the one who called us out here." I told him that I was not the one who called and that he couldn't be on my property. He then started the "you don't care about your neighbor's concerns" game. He even implied that I must be worried about one of the speeders myself. About being one of the speeders myself. How do you speed into your driveway? After this, I need advice. This, I won't say that word, is obviously looking to make an enemy of anybody who doesn't let him get away with things. Where do I go to address this and not face retaliation? I'm having a camera installed on my gate Monday to begin a record of this and catch any interactions. Aside from that, I'm not even sure where to begin. I was thinking about parking my truck at the end of the driveway right at the edge of the street, but that's going to be a major pain in the balls to move every day. Just to edit, he said the situation has reached a permanent solution. So, he fixed it, but the suggestions were to put up a sign before your driveway reading "speed trap ahead" and put a camera up so you have documentation when the SOB removes the sign. Then post it online and tag his precinct. Don't give him a chance to circle the wagons. You can also alert drivers on Waze, Google Maps, that there's a speed trap ahead. But you don't want people to speed, so it's a catch, because you're like, yes, I don't want them to speed, but I have to use my driveway. Officers know about that and will just click no when Wise asks if the speed trap is still there. Oh, okay. I wonder what his permanent solution was. Like, he got rid of him. I guess maybe that 4th time. It says contact the captain of the traffic enforcement division and nicely tell him that you support the law enforcement, but you're not okay with them sitting on your property to clock speeders, and would appreciate it if they'd just find somewhere else to sit. Record the interaction or put it in an email. Always email. If that fails, I'll escalate it emergency and need to leave in a hurry or have an EMS come out for any reason. The downside would be potential retaliation, as others have stated. The camera is a good idea anyway. It also lets you know if anyone else comes onto your property. Blocking emergency services is an excellent argument. Go with that. You shouldn't have to, but it is a good, what if we had an accident, or if anybody in the house has a medical condition, you could say that. You shouldn't have to, but you could, Okay, let's find another hot one. My fiance is cheating with a woman he wants me to be friends with. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. I need advice. Please be gentle with me. Yes, ma'am. I, 33 female, and my fiance, 32 male, have been together for 7 years, going on 8. We have 2 children, a 4 male and 1 male, 4-year-old, 1-year-old. He works with children, and I am a stay-at-home mom. A few months ago, he connected with one of the children's moms, and they've developed a friendship. She's teaching him Spanish, and he works with her son a few hours a week outside of his job. It didn't bother me because he's a very outgoing person and literally makes friends with anyone. I'm used to him being friendly with other women. What do you mean? What do you mean? Is he a flirt? Flirts are cheaters. Just so you know, flirts are cheaters. They'll be like, oh, he's just such a flirt. He's just got that nature. No. Or she. Those are cheaters. I've met her and her children have come to the house twice now. The second time being last night. Something told me there is something more there. So when her and her children left, he went to walk the dogs. I checked his phone. I didn't get to see everything before he returned, but she's madly in love with him and they've been sleeping together. So when he tells me he's helping with her son, he's also helping himself to her. And that's so disgusting to that son. Like, okay, let me help you with your Spanish, and now we're gonna go into the bedroom. Like, y'all are messed up. Instantly, I'm pissed and heartbroken. I didn't say anything to him about it, and I suppose I started acting weird because now I'm up trying to check his phone to finish reading the messages and everything is gone. Oh, he knows. He knows she's onto him. Not just the messages that incriminate him, but everything. He's onto me, but I'm into him. She needed to screenshot it or take a picture with her own phone. Or screenshot it and send it to her. Like, she missed her chance now. I'm not sure what to do. If I confront him, then what? We moved into our home state earlier, and I have nobody here. Oh, we moved out of our home state, and I have nobody here. My son loves him. My sons love him too. I give him the cold shoulder and just do the bare minimum for him. We'll start for starters. Do I confront him and make him end it? Do I act like I know nothing? Should I make a scene? Have him invite her over again and then confront them both? To me, he's chosen her. I just don't know what to do now. I'm not a jealous person, but he's literally put me in such a messed up situation. I met her and thought she was nice and I loved her children. They get along great with our children. He even asked if I would be open to babysitting her children so she can go back to work, and she's also a stay-at-home mom. Let's advance my mistress's career real quick. And you just watch her kids while we advance my mistress's career. So she's a stay-at-home mom. Does that mean that she's married? She's most likely married. How messed up is that? I'm so embarrassed. I don't have anyone to talk to about it. If I had resources, I would go home to my mom with the children and the dogs. I just know that he's somehow going to spin this on me and make it my fault. I feel disgusting and I'm so sad. How do I deal with this cheating situation? You go back to your mom's. You don't need much to get back to your mom's. You take it out of the joint account, or you figure out what of your husband's you gotta sell. And you hit the road and go back to your mom's. Somebody said ask your parents to send you money so you can go home. Tell them you are going to visit. Good idea. Good idea. Tell them you're going to visit mom. And Once you're there, tell him you know he's sleeping with her and you will send for your stuff, as you know you won't be coming back. But then there's that other thing of like never leave the family home. If you're about to get divorced, you should not be the one to leave the home. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but I honestly think this is the way. Give him no indication whatsoever until you're out. It sounds like he knows. You know, so he'll be reluctant to let you leave. But he can't stop you, especially without admitting the truth. Record those conversations secretly if it's legal to do so where you are. You know what really stinks is, and I get why this is a law, but where you can't leave the state with your kids. But that's not really a fair law because people might have zero resources and zero help in this state that they move to with cheater or somebody violent or something, you know? And they need to get out of there. So I think it should just be circumstantial. And if the parenting agreement needs to be made where, you know, something to work it out, then that just needs to be done. I just don't think it should be such a hard and fast rule that you cannot leave the state with your kids. Especially because states have borders, so what if your mom lives across the state border like 20 minutes away, you know? When you're back at your family's home, you need to also notify the mistress's husband and the school that the teacher is sleeping with his students' parents. Yes and no. Because I think we did one before where they said don't necessarily do that because if you cut his income, you're cutting your child support, or his or hers, or you might have to pay more child support. So like the income, but the school should know too. So that's a tough one. So it could affect whether you're the one paying child support or you're the one receiving it. It could affect that if you get the other person fired. It could negatively impact you as the payer or the receiver of child support. Okay. Should I leave my wife? I'm 54 male. I've been with my wife, 50 female, for 27 years. Happily married, and even if we've had our ups and downs, we usually manage to get over it and keep thriving as a couple. But yesterday, she did something unusual, and I'm having a hard time getting over it. We both have access to each other's cell phones, and we share locations so she knows where I am, and vice versa. Yesterday, she went to the grocery store, and I was watching hockey at home with my cat, Jerry. So far, everything is okay, but it took a bit longer than usual, so I checked my phone to see if she was stuck in traffic or something, and I noticed she was at McDonald's drive-thru. I figured she would bring a quarter-pound back home, and at the very worst, a Big Mac or like a McChicken with that new Chipotle sauce, but she arrived without any of that good stuff. So I told her, "Where the F, Margaret, where's the McDonald's?" And she was like, "Henry, what are you talking about?" I only went to the get groceries, but I knew the truth, and that truth hurt so bad. Should I leave my wife for lying to me? I'm hurt and confused, and I can't believe she did this to me. I don't know if this is satire. But I don't think, would anybody get a straight-up divorce over that? Somebody said food tastes better when you secretly eat it alone in your car and then destroy the evidence afterwards. I think they're right. Sometimes, when you're the one that cooks all the time, and everybody's just gobbling it up, and they have to put no effort into the cooking, sometimes you deserve a little treat in your car, and they can eat leftovers. Absolutely leave her. My husband of over 40 years went to McDonald's and got a milkshake and didn't bring me one, and I saw the divorce lawyer the next day. The audacity. So I think this is just, they're just toying with the thread. Okay, we'll do one more, and then I gotta get going because I do have to work today. Let's see, let's find. This is a small decision. What should I do? My mom called me greedy and selfish for winning a giveaway. something, and I told my mom I totally understand. Giving a stranger my address is crazy. The host offered to do a video for my mom and tell her any private info stays with his team and himself and it gets deleted. It came today, and I was over the moon about it. She called me selfish and greedy for accepting such an expensive gift from a stranger online. And there are people out there who are in need and deserve it more than me. I burst into tears after yelling, and I feel so down about my gift I can't even open it. I love helping people, but when I accept a giveaway, I'm selfish and greedy. The mom is a little whack. Oh. Seriously, no congratulations on your win. Woohoo. Ignore your mother. Nobody else thinks that way. She just hates when anyone is happy because her life sucks. Thank you. Yeah, no congratulations at all. This made me tear up and I appreciate it. Congratulations, you deserve every good thing in life that God grants you. I wish you could live in your own place. Your mom is not good for your mental health. You should not be shamed for winning something. Somebody said, well, how often does your mom get really excited and happy when something good happens to you or someone else? This should answer your question. You won a competition and it has no downside. Yeah, she sounds like a real shrew, if you ask me. I can see her saying, like, that's awesome. Make sure you pay something forward. Do a little something nice for somebody, honey. Because that's awesome. But people are suffering, so you shouldn't accept a giveaway. That's not going to do anything for anybody else if she doesn't accept it. And I'm sure she can put a MacBook to use. MacBooks last forever. I just gave my teenager my old MacBook, and that thing was probably over 10 years old. And I am talking to you guys on the very first original iPad that ever came out. Ever. It is still going strong. And it is probably 15 years old. So, if she takes good care of it, and even to say that, like, wow, this is amazing, make sure you take good care of it, because this is a very pricey gift. Like, she sounds awful. Alright, if you watch this all the way to the end, thank you very much. Hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, good night, sleep, and I will see you real